The flamenco guitar is one of the most popular variants of Spanish guitar. It is not surprising, considering that flamenco is considered a cultural and intangible heritage of humanity by UNESCO. As you know, the flamenco guitar is an indispensable part of any tablao, and it seems impossible to conceive a flamenco show without this instrument. Although dancing may be the most striking aspect of a flamenco performance, everything revolves around the song and the emotional voice of the cantors, flamenco singers. The guitar was introduced to accompany singing, but today the mastery of the flamenco guitar is an art in itself. As some of you may already know if you have read our article on facts about flamenco, it has its origins in the 18th century approximately, with clear Moorish and Spanish influences. These roots and mix of cultures are clearly noticeable in the sound of the flamenco guitar. However, at that time, singing was the only protagonist. The guitar was incorporated later on, followed by other instruments such as flutes, the cajon or violin, which are more typical of nowadays flamenco. Experts agree that the guitar entered the flamenco scene in the 19th century, thus accompanying the cant, which until then had been completely a cappella. In fact, there are still some cants that are performed without musical accompaniment. Differences between classical guitar and flamenco guitar: they may look the same at first glance, but flamenco guitar and classical guitar are different. Just as in the case of electric guitars, where we can find different types, shapes, with more strings and with different sounds for different styles, the same thing happens to classical guitars. Moreover, the music composed for a conventional guitar has nothing to do with flamenco guitar music. The main differences between the two instruments are: the flamenco guitar is slightly smaller than the classical guitar, so its hoop is also smaller. Flamenco guitars are usually made of cypress and fir, while the other is made of cedar and palo santo. The harmonic bars are placed in a different way. These subtle variations make the flamenco guitar get its characteristic sound. They are less sonorous and offer a lower volume than the traditional Spanish guitar, but the sound it produces is more percussive and brilliant. As it is sharper and drier, it allows it to adapt better to the demands and characteristics of flamenco.